other stories and all their achievement. I don't own any multi-million company. In fact, I'm not even sure how much I have in my bank. Okay? Alright, I don't own a hair salon that changes the industry, but I own a comeback story. And I hope this story will spark a little fire in you. And look at this trophy.
Wow!
It's wow. It's really wow. Amazing. Thank you so much, Nadine. Thank you so much. Alright. So today I want to share with you my story. Okay? I began singing at the age of 3. Yes, 3. So while other kids are busy figuring out their ABCs or chewing crayons, I'm trying to hit high notes. And my inspiration is, well, my mom, my mother. She's here today, who also happens to be a singer. So yes, you are correct. I inherited the gift. Well, as we say, the durian doesn't fall far from the tree. Because we're Malaysian, we don't have apple. And I like to think of myself more of an exotic fruit. Huh? And let's fast forward to 2004. Well, I stepped into the music industry as the second runner-up on Malaysian Idol. And back then, I was, well, let's just say, very confident. Very confident. Well, I live in my own fantasy world where I was already a superstar. And I released some albums and also earned a place in the Malaysian Book of Record for playing 24 hours on piano. So I should have scanned my piano here, then the price would look bigger. So I played piano for 24 hours and earned a place in Malaysian Book of Record. And also I represented Malaysia at the World Championships of Performing Arts in Los Angeles. And did all this keep me grounded? No, it didn't. Absolutely not. In fact, it inflated my ego to the size of a hot air balloon. So I was floating. Alright. And in 2013, I left Malaysia and moved to Taiwan. Hoping to pursue my music career, I was so naive that I thought Taiwan would welcome me with open arms. But my manager and I went knocking on doors like, hello, housekeeping? Well, luckily, someone opened the door. So I got myself into a reality TV show, which I met my mentor, Mr. Bing Wang Chuping. But then came the year of 2015, which I refer to as the darkest year of my career. I signed with an entertainment company only to be trapped in contracts and debts. I was conned. After a long struggle, I finally freed from the previous contracts and was offered a spot on a Korea reality TV singing show. I spent nearly 4 months in Korea and fighting my way to the final because of the significant prize at stake. And during this journey, I overworked my voice and was hospitalized twice. But I secured my place in the final 4 with the highest score among all other contestants. And just as we were preparing to compete in the final round, guess what? The show got cancelled due to low ratings. So it felt like I've been sucked into a vortex with no exit, with no way out. And during that time, a fellow Malaysian artist, Penny Tai, she called me after seeing the news, and she was saying, "Vic, how are you? I said, sis, I'm not good. I'm not good at all. What did I do wrong? Why is it so hard to pursue music? And she said, well, what do you really want to do? I said, I want to sing. I want to be a singer. Then she said, well, you can sing in cafes or bars. That still makes you a singer. But is that what you really want? I paused. And I said, no. I want to make music. I want to make music that changes life. And she replied happily, that's what I want to hear. And her word changes me. And with her guidance, my songwriting skill improved. And I called Mr. Bing Wang for help. And he welcomed me to his production team. And I shifted from being just a singer to becoming a music producer. And surprisingly, I even became a radio DJ. Who knew I could talk that much, huh? And let's fast forward to 2018. I signed up with a new company in Taiwan called Seed Music. And after releasing my album Black and White, and also a few singles, I was back on track. I was back in the spotlight again and started touring in different cities in China. And bam, COVID. So just when things were looking right up, these little germs had to come in the way. Something that we can't even see with our own eye, but it affected the whole world. So I had to pivot yet again, diving back into music production. And after 3 long years of zero traveling in Taiwan, I returned to Malaysia to see my family. And my family business was affected, of course, but it didn't tear them down. In fact, it made them even stronger, much stronger than before. And my family said to me, Vic, we are really blessed by God. And that made me reflect. Although I'm a Christian, but I hadn't really known God at all. As I go back to Taiwan, I went to the church across from where I live. I stepped inside and I said to the pastor, and I said, this is my first time here, but I really want to know God. Because I felt being protected, even through my darkest days. And so, after taking some Bible course and reflect, I realized my life started to change when failure brought me to my knees. And I realized, well, I was never better than anyone. I'm just an ordinary person who enjoys music. And when the wall of my arrogance crumbled, my life transformed. I went serving in my church, and one day I found my calling. I want to share my testimony to the world. But then I prayed. I said, oh God, I want to do what you want me to do. But what if no one's listened to someone with such little influence? What can I do? Hello? Hello? God didn't answer. But He sent someone. A friend called me last year in Hong Kong, and he was saying, hey, Vic, your contract in Taiwan finished? Because everything is in Cantonese, so after translating, it comes with the slang. Your contract finished in Taiwan? I said, oh, finished 咗咯. Hey, then you want to come to Hong Kong to join one singing competition by TVB or not? I said, singing competition I join if you find me the form. I give you the form now, you sign up lor. Why not? You challenge me And then I signed up. I told myself, Vic, this is the last time. One last time. One last shot. It's all or nothing. And guess what? I didn't just win the second place in the singing competition, but I also have a sold-out show here in August 17th with 1,300 attendees. The show got sold out in 15 minutes. Is it?
10 minutes.
15.
10.
10
10 minutes. Less than 10.
You sure it's 10
Yeah. Sure.
Wow, 十全十美The show sold out in 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes.
And my debut Cantonese single, Some Hoi, got 1.5 million views on YouTube. And just 4 days ago, I released my new song, Novara, which went on #1 on iTunes Hong Kong in 1 day, and also Jukes. Best is yet to come. End of this year, December 31st, I'll be having my solo concert in Asia Expo Hong Kong with 5,000 attendees. So if that is not a comeback story, I don't know what it is. It took me 21 years to stand here. That's why my fans call me Papai Zaya. Because very Papai. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to leave you with a wisdom from Proverbs chapter 29 verses 73. A man's pride will bring him low, but the humble in spirit will retain honor.
Amen.